Okay, so I got to do this video a little differently because this is me talking about the first time I caught a really big case, and because someone else's life kind of like crosses paths with mine at this point, and I gotta respect their privacy. This is one of my good people to this day, and I gotta respect their privacy, and I gotta respect the fact that, I can't really just bring all that up, but either way, you can do the time to research this and Google it if you want, but in 2014 I was charged with basically a stabbing case as well as a home invasion, to put it lightly, and which is not easy, to put it lightly. In that time period, as you know, like up until now, I'm making every wrong decision every day. Like, I'm not working a job, I'm getting all my money from hustling, and eventually, like, when you're in that life, I don't care who you are, you get like sick of like getting fucked with and getting shit on. So like, from time to time, things go bad. So things go bad pretty much is all you need to know. And someone ends up getting hurt. I end up going to jail. And I've been to jail a couple times already because like that's the lifestyle I'm living at the time. And I live this lifestyle, and that's what happens. You go in, you go out, and that's just what it is. So basically this time around though, I'm on friggin' H block, like when I go in there, which is like the worst one in there, like the worst block in Worcester House. If you've been there, you know. So like I already know, like I'm not sitting here bullshitting you. I'm not trying to sit and act like I was like, oh shit. So basically I get booked in, I'm going in, I'm getting brought into the jail now, and I'm walking in, and you go in with like a big group of guys, and sure enough, these kids know who they are. I'm going into the jail with like a bunch of kids from my town because they bring you all at once. So these kids, they know me well. Like, I grew up with all these kids. I've been causing trouble in the streets for a long time now. They all know me well. The people I'm in the paddy wagon with. So I'm in the paddy wagon with a couple, but these are my like good homies, and like, they're a little younger than me, and like they're like, yo, so I'm just like talking them through it, like, I'm gonna be fine, like, don't worry about it. I was like, I hope, but then the whole time in the back of my head, I'm like, fuck, this is a serious case, like I have a high bail. If I get put on H block, I'm gonna have issues, like it's a tough block. I'm a small white kid, I'm 140 pounds at the time, like, just fucking soaking wet, like. But either way, I did what I did. I can't escape. I have to face this. Like, I have to face this. Easy. So I go, and I'm walking in there, and sure enough, they hand me the light blue freaking jumpsuit. And this is in Worcester House in 2014. If you are anybody that's anybody, and you know that I'm telling the truth, in 2014, Worcester House H block, you had light blue, like clothes. Like, that's what you wore all day long. That was your uniform, light blue. And they would send the people over there that, like, I'm over there with literal murderers. Like, my neighbor was a murderer. They're fighting a body. And like the wildest thing is, like, I think I had to spend like 4 months there where I'm around killers, like straight up killers. Like, so I'm going from being like a suburban drug dealer, and because the police had it out for me and I got trumped up charges, I end up on the most difficult block in Worcester House. And like, literally, like, there's way realer, more gangster people than me out there that have been there with me, that if I'm lying right now, like, feel free to comment on my YouTube video and say, Q, you were never there, you lying sack of crap. I was there. Like, and so they brought me over there, and like right away, like, I realized, like, I gotta learn to move differently. Like, I gotta just kind of like, like, keep my head low and keep it pushing. But me also, like, just naturally as a person, I'm like super social. Like, I don't care where I'm at. Like, I always had myself a rule. Like, that I rap everywhere I go. So like, I get in there like, dude, this is jail, bro. Like, this is jail. This is the worst block in Worcester. So I am in there, and I'm there for about like 2 weeks. Obviously, I'm depressed as shit. I'm fighting this like crazy ass case where I might be going away for life, honestly, if things go bad. And like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm gonna either, so I just started working out straight up off rip. Like I feel like I go into like survival mode. I start banging out as many push-ups as possible. Right away I started working out as much as I could, the best I knew how to. And that paid off because like luckily that taught me like I actually had genetics in me that I could get big really fast, and that's something that I carried with me for like the rest of my life. So I did get something good out of it. But then so I start getting a little bigger, and like jail's got a way of like people want to know who you are, because when you're on a block like that, like H block, the dudes there that are like solid ass gangsters, and like I'm in there with like inner city Worcester dudes. There was like a Crip in there from LA in Worcester. Like you meet the craziest people in there, and so I can't, and I'm not going to give out names and everything just because I want this to be from my view. Like, they're going to me and they're like checking me out. Like, because I'm small, I'm white, maybe I don't know the rules, and I went in there with like some weird charges, like hurting a child or something. So they're going to try to check me out. And then they're like, oh, let me check you out. Like, what's this? What's that? Who are you? And it turns out like, the way I handle my stuff, like the way I dealt with the cops when they arrested me, I had made a statement that said, I don't want to talk to police. That was all I kept saying. And so when everyone read that at the end of my thing, they were like, oh, okay, you did the right thing. You're good. You can stay. And I was like, okay. Like, and then like word started to get around that I was solid. So I just kind of like started to get comfortable, you know? And it's sad when you start to get comfortable in jail. It's like one of the most depressing things in life, you know? So, and like, all right, so then like, it was weird. Like this was like a time in my life where it was almost like everyone I crossed paths with in my life got like sucked into Worcester House. Like, and this was still happening. Like this happens to me every once in a while. And I've learned in my life not to go back to these places. But it's almost like when you go back to these places, it's like the same crew of people that walks through there, and it's like so scary. And that's part of the reason like what woke me up too. It was like, I cannot keep doing this. I just stopped really breaking the law. The most I'll do now is defend myself. Like that's it. You know, if things go down, I'm ready to handle business at all times. Because that's just the life I have to, that's how I have to be. Like it is what it is. Or like, you know, it is what it is. So, all right, now I basically like cannot like stress it enough. The weirdest thing about living with murderers, I lived with murderers for like 6 months. The weirdest thing about that was these people are trying to open me up. So me, I don't care. I don't care who you are. If you're the type of person, you're gonna come up to me and start questioning me about like my case and like all this stuff about like being. I don't care if like you, dude. I've fought giant people in my life and not cared. We're in a place where there's no guns. Like I'm gonna be like, well, what are you here for, dude? And dude, these are people. Maybe this is a bad thing. These are people I'm straight up hitting it off with, dude. Like we're spitting rhymes and having fun and like, they're like murder. So me being me, like I have like a photographic memory. So me being me, like while I'm shooting the shit with all these people, like and I'm a researcher too. Like I'm not a dumb person. I just ended up in some fucked up places, you know. So I'm doing research now. Like, oh, listen to this. I'm remembering all these people by name now. Every person I would be able to open up to the point where like I could get them to talk to me about like, oh, they caught a body. Like I would fucking remember, you know, just to be like, oh, okay. Because if you're living around killers, you want to know who the fuck they are. Number one, and number two, like I don't like I like to know who people are. So when I got out, I ended up researching all of them. I just wanted to know who they were. I wanted to know how bad it was and who I was around. Like I had to know. And so yeah, like I don't know. I had to share that because it's like it tripped me out. So when time's going on, I'm fighting the case, I'm sitting down, and I'm around all these people, and it's like the more I adapt to the environment, I get big, I'm working out, I end up getting up to like 195 pounds, which is big for me. I look huge, and the thing is about me, when I'm at like 195, I look really big, so I'm feeling really confident, and like, things are going well, and I can't say, like I said, I had a co-defendant, and he's on the block with me. By the grace of God, they put him right on the unit with me. So like we got the blessing of like and I can't say his name, but we got the blessing of like we had like all the OGs on the block be like basically kind of like helping us out in certain ways. And I'm not going to get too into it because, again, this is from my perspective. This is my story, bro. This is what I lived in. I don't think anyone's seen the things I've seen. Now, the block I was on, like my homies that I grew up with, they're walking by and they're like, Q, like they're hearing rumors, like, because the streets talk, you know, that you hear where people are at. They'll be walking by like, Q, are you really on H? Quen. And I had the window right by where they walk by, so, yo, this Q, like, fuck it. I'm chilling, like, I'm living. And I wrote it out, man. Like, I wrote it out, and I got into, like, one little scrape. And it was, like, I got into a little scrape. And it was with, like, someone I knew from, like, Bellingham. He, like, tried to accuse me of stealing his laptop or, like, something stupid. And, like, it was, like, but he was in the Marines. He was bigger than me. Like, we fought forever. We fought for, like, a grip, like, 45, 50 minutes, and I held my shit. He caught me a few more times, but, like, still, I held my shit. Everyone respected me after that. Whatever. One fight, came back. Was good, and then I basically like am kind of like getting a taste of real jail though. Like I got into a fight, I sat in the hole, I'm eating fucking mixes, whatever the case is, you know. And I'll tell you right now, it sucks. Like that is a place I never want to go back to. All your skin dries out, your lips, everything. Like you have to buy chapstick. Like if you don't got money in there, you're smoked. And if you don't know anybody, like there's people I know that like grew up with, and God bless them, because the way they hustle in there, yo, like I have never seen it. And like I said, the whole name calling thing is done. Like I'm done with that. Like I'm just gonna tell these stories straight up from my perspective from now on. But it's like I'm just gonna say things like my homie and stuff like that, because you know what? I don't got the patience to make up all these names, and like I know how to kick a story anyway. This can be like, you know, you're hanging out with your friend anyway, because I don't know, nobody really has friends like me, you know, because people don't do the things I do. It's simple. And now, trust me, and again, I made a point in my life where, like, I don't do stuff like this. Like, literally, I'm a square. I go to work, I come home, and that's it, you know? And like I said, the most I will do is protect myself. That is it. That's what I'm good at. That's what I do. So... life is good. I'm grateful to be out. That's of course. All right, so the thing, so like, I be careful what I say about this, because like I don't gangbang and like, but you gotta understand, like, dude, I'm like a white rapper at the time. Like I'm trying to blow up, so I'm spitting flows on the block, and like so over time, like the big time gang members, like they'll be like, yo, this kid can actually spit. This kid actually like has a story. Like he has pain in his voice, like. You know, and I'll get to the point with you guys too where I rap, but I want you guys to get me to know me as a person before I really start like just opening up and be myself and start like really rapping and stuff like that, because I'm still getting comfortable on camera, and I appreciate everyone so much tuning in already that I'm just not there yet. But so, all right, I'm in the joint, and I really am like, we're fighting this case, and things are going good, because like they don't have much on us, so it's like looking better and better. Like we're not going to get life. It's realizing that we're not going to get life. Like we realize it's like, so we know this now, and we're kind of just buying time. And we get to the point now, like my pops is sweating though. Like my pops is sweating, and my girl is sweating. I just had a kid. And my girl, my mom, everyone's in the courtroom, like they're crying. Like, dude, I'd be going to court, and like the court officers would be like, yo, who's your girlfriend, dude? Like, she is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. To me, in my opinion, like that's why I'm qualified to tell these stories, because like there's only like literally 2 other people I think that have had that experience, like I know of, like, and they're both like, they're up there with me, like doing that shit. I mean, like, you know me, I'm definitely a different breed. I'm a Mick, but like, still, like, imagine like you're at the lowest of the low at the bottom of the courthouse, and you got a dime piece waiting up there. They'd be like, who the fuck is this kid? They think you're like Don Juan, dude. Like, it's insane, and they get jealous though. So they'll start to do wild, like, different shit to you, you know, and like, you know, jealousy's a motherfucker, you know, shit. So, all right. I'm a wild motherfucker. Alright, so I would say back to them like, no, like I gotta meet him and shit like that, messing with the court officers, you know. But like, I had to joke back because I could never let them see me sweat or that I was sad. Like I would have to joke back with them, like, and I'd have to keep a straight face, like with my mother sitting there crying in the courtroom, you know, my smoke show girlfriend crying, telling her, you know, she smells amazing. Like she's sitting there, like I could smell it from right there. So I'm going back to the block, getting a letter from her. Like this is old school shit. This was back when chicks used to spray letters down, like, and you would get a letter in the mail and it would smell fucking banging, like, you know, and like shit would be, things like that were different. Like that was a different feeling. That's a vibe. That's something no one will, only like people like me get to experience. Like, or I don't think people will get to experience that anymore because everything, shit's too digital right now. Like no, you know. But things like that just like blow my mind, and these are things I'd like to share with you guys and get off my chest because it's my story and I lived this. Like if any, like I said, and I don't stress it enough. If any that I post this on I'm gonna post this on my Facebook because like I don't care, you know, and no one's gonna come out and say I wasn't there. I guarantee that because the real are the real, and only a certain very small amount of people in this world can claim that they really walked this place. So I'm curious to see. Let's roll all the dice, people. Let's see if anyone comes out and challenges me and says I wasn't there and like has legit like receipts that I wasn't there, or like someone reputable, which I know who these people are. So like let's see.